Hi, Tia, Waylon, Muscle Man. What else is on here?
Okay, there it
is. You guys are literally spamming just to get to number 1 and 2 on the chat. That's crazy. I can't even read all the comments because of how much spam there is. Hey, Shivam. I'm gonna appoint a moderator so this doesn't happen. Hey, Andy. What's going on? Hey, Kane. So it's by comments. The more comments you do and the more interactions you have, the higher you're gonna get a number by your name. What's up, 40 guy? So here's the situation. I'm driving to spend the 4th of July weekend in a different town. What's up, Wild? So here's what we're gonna do. This week is gonna be a little bit different. Oh, nice, Andy. Yeah, Pavel has some good kettlebell workouts. So here's what's gonna happen. I'm taking holidays off from streaming, so Christmas, Thanksgiving Day, 4th of July, whatever other big holidays that are gonna take place. Obviously, I'm not taking off like Martin Luther King Day and Labor Day and like regular days that are American days. I don't know, the smaller holidays, I'm not taking those off. But for the bigger holidays, Christmas, Thanksgiving, 4th of July, and some other ones, I'm gonna take off for sure. So tomorrow, I'm still gonna work out, but I'm gonna do it in the morning, early morning. So at 8 a.m. Texas time, I'm gonna do a workout 8 to 9. And then on Saturday, to make up for the missed Monday, we're gonna do a workout for probably also morning, like 8 to 9 or 7 to 8, something like that. But I will schedule the streams so you guys can see the countdown and you can use your time zone to figure out when it's gonna happen. So this one, I'm gonna do Q&A tomorrow morning at 7. I'm gonna do, or at 8 a.m. I'm gonna do actual workout, even though it's 4th of July. And thank you, October. And on Saturday, I'm also gonna do a morning workout instead of evening workout, and then that'll fill our four days of working out for the week, because of 4th of July holiday. And because I skipped Monday, I'm still gonna fit a workout in on 4th of July. It's just gonna be early morning. It's a dog. I'm driving to a different town to spend
Driving or riding?
Huh?
I said you're driving or you're riding?
I'm driving. So for Q&A, a couple things. Actually, oh shoot, I should have grabbed my stabilizer. A couple things. First is, I posted a video. My last video that I actually posted was how I went from Christianity to agnosticism. You guys probably saw that. And then I posted a link to my other channel. So if you guys are interested in religious or philosophical or Q&A that's not related to fitness, feel free to follow that other channel called My Fortress. I'll be posting more content there. A few people requested the chronological Bible. They said greetings to Castile, because Muscle Man called you Castile last time.
Castile?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Wait, what?
Oh, Castle.
Oh, Castle.
Castilla.
You're not Castile.
Castle.
That was funny, Castile. Hey, y'all.
What's it called? So yeah, I'll be posting content there. A few people requested a chronological Bible. I'm gonna reach out to New American Standard Bible Translation Foundation, see if I can print some more. I think they're gonna allow me to. And I might be able to publish the digital version online as well for those of you who don't want a hard copy. So that probably will be available to those of you who are interested. I'm open to answer any fitness questions. I am gonna post another video as well talking about what happened and why I got divorced. I've been having a flood of questions about that, and I've been kind of avoiding the topic, so I will make a video answering kind of what happened and why I was unhappy and all that stuff, because I kind of been glancing over it, and people keep emailing me and asking me about it. So I'll make a question answering that question. I'll make a video answering that question. It'll be a regular video, not a live stream, and I'll post that up as well. Thank you, Andy. Gnosticism is religious. The Lord is called Sarah. I never really looked into Gnosticism. Even the idea, Gnostic, to know, like it assumes that they know something everybody else doesn't. It's like very haughty and very presumptuous and very like, we're better than everybody else, and I don't like that attitude. I didn't look into them very much, just how sectarian and elitist they are. So that's the reason I never even looked into Gnosticism. I know, I'm not giving you guys explanations. I was just explaining what my plans are, Ford guy. But thank you, I appreciate it. Yeah, I was born in Russia, in Russia, and I came to the United States in 2003 with my parents as a kid. Tomorrow, yes, so we set a new PR on pull-ups 2 days in a row. No, I use Walmart brand and Target brand t-shirts. They're plain with nothing on them, and I'm gonna be releasing my shirts with my logos very soon. Rest day today, but we're working out tomorrow morning and Saturday morning, so both days. So those are gonna be morning streams instead of evening streams. As soon as the stream is over, I'm gonna schedule them, so you're gonna see a countdown. You can count back in your time zone how long when you gotta join in. Josh didn't push me during the set, but he pushed me just because he did so many, and I felt like I had to beat him, and so he pushed me by giving me motivation yesterday for sure. So yeah, I got two new PRs in a row. I did three streams in a row. I set a new PR. I did 27 pull-ups last Friday, and then this week I did 28 pull-ups, and then yesterday I did 29 pull-ups. So yeah, we're definitely like hitting PRs way quicker than I ever imagined, which is nice. I also, how often do you test PRs? I don't test PRs, I simply attempt new PRs. I try to do it at least once a week. Once every 2 weeks, I try to set a new PR. Club members name, what do we call ourselves? I don't know. I know, like... Fortresses? No, that sounds weird. Who watches a fort? Alright, so if military time, if somebody is in a fort, who are the people who are the guardians of the fort? What's the name for them?
Wouldn't it just be like guards? Watchmen?
Wardens? Wardens? Is it wardens?
No, warden is more like...
Fortress friends? Forties? Centurions? No, centurions are people who look over 100 soldiers underneath them, so they're like generals. You think if it was strict calories and diet down to the weight you were 10 years ago and fit yourself, you'd be super easy to get back to doing 74 pull-ups? I do think so. Actually, that's a good question, Oz. Yeah, if I went on a strict calorie deficit diet and I brought my weight down to 165 pounds or even 160 pounds and lost 15 pounds, I would definitely progress much quicker on body weight fitness, because with body weight fitness, body weight to strength ratio is so important, especially for like stuff like one-arm pull-ups. If any of you have ever gotten to a point that you're able to do a one-arm pull-up and you just pick up 5 pounds, extra 5 pounds in your arm, try to do a one-arm pull-up, you can't do it. Literally every pound counts. If you put on 10 pounds, a muscle up is just like, it feels exponentially harder. So right now, I was 155, 175. I'm 20 pounds heavier. So now I'm trying to hit my PRs while being 20 pounds heavier. A lot of that is in my legs. So my legs have gotten significantly bigger. Like, I've gained a lot more muscle since my videos back in the day. Is good because I felt like my legs were too small back then. Now they look a lot more proportional. But up in my quads area, my quads, my hamstrings have gotten much bigger since then. So a lot of it's there, and then the rest of it is just distributed evenly all over the body. No, I'm eating surplus right now, Assassin. I am over the and 1 week, over the last 2 months and 1 week, I have gained 5 pounds so far. So I'm definitely in a surplus based on my weight going up. It might also be from water weight because I have started taking creatine also at the same time that I started working out, and creatine makes you retain a lot of water in your muscle. So I may have just gained the 5 pounds of water weight. So I don't exactly know whether it's just water or fat, and I haven't been measuring my body fat percentage caliper, so I can't confirm what exactly is happening. Tia, the more you interact with the chat during live, I think you get 25 XP per comment you make, and it makes you rank up on the crowns. But if I remember correctly, it all disappears once the live is over. It doesn't carry over into the actual recording, so it's just for fun. It's a new thing YouTube's doing.
I didn't see the crowns when I was watching it.
My thoughts on U.S. politics, Iceman. Let me see if there's any other questions, and then I'll answer that one. If there's nothing fitness related. My next goals. So my next goals is 45 pull-ups. I'm gonna get to 45 pull-ups in one set without one-arm hangs. I'm gonna get to 100 pull-ups, 100 push-ups, or 100 to 120 push-ups non-stop. And the third one is I'm gonna get to 80 dips. Once these 3 things are reached, I'm gonna stop training for reps, and I'm gonna start training the one-arm pull-up. So all my workouts are gonna consist of transitional exercise training for the one-arm pull-up, for planche, and for handstands. And throw some in for like front lever and stuff. But majority of what my plans are is, 45 pull-ups, 80 dips, 100 to 120 push-ups, and then we're gonna be training for the more difficult advanced exercises on the pull-up bar, and just body weight exercises. Why not cut to that weight in that case against the grain? I like how I look now against the grain. I don't want to get thinner. Like back in the day, 10 years ago, I was like trying hard to gain weight, and I couldn't because I had high metabolism and it was difficult to eat so much, so I didn't eat such a calorie surplus. So now that I'm 20 pounds heavier, I actually prefer it. Like I feel like I look much better, and I'm happier with how I look now. Because if I lose 20 pounds now, I would look very skinny. Another thing that happens with time as well, especially between your 20s and 30s, is you get higher density in your bones. This is especially true if you have a physically demanding job, which mine was construction. So your bone density grows. So it's not necessarily that I gained extra fat, 20 pounds of fat over the last 10 years. My bones got denser. And so obviously if my bones got denser and I lose 20 pounds and 10 of those pounds are from bones, then I would have 10 pounds less of muscle on me if I lose 20. I don't know if you guys followed me there. But yeah, let me give you exact numbers. If I'm 155 and then over 10 years I gain 10 pounds of muscle density, so I become 165, not muscle density, bone density. So I go from 155 to 165 because my bones got denser. So now my new weight is 165 with the same amount of muscle mass. If I go back to 155, that extra weight isn't gonna come off my bones. It's gonna come off either muscle or fat. So if I go into cutting and I lose that, I'm gonna lose water weight, I'm gonna lose muscle mass, and I'm gonna lose fat, and I don't want to do that, is what I was trying to explain. What workouts did you do before you started high reps, and why do you like high reps so much? Assassin, 10 years ago, all my workouts were either for fun workouts, like I did yesterday with Josh, where we just attempt a bunch of stuff, or they were high volume training. I have always high volume training to get to high reps. Once I got to high reps, I practiced the transition exercises for the tough, more advanced calisthenics routines. So that was always part of my routine, always part of my goals, was doing just high rep, high volume exercises. I'm not gonna cut wild, so I'm gonna stick to 175. I don't think I'm gonna cut. So I'm gonna keep my. Am I back? Can you guys see me now? Okay, cool. I am driving through the boonies, so I don't know if it might go in and out the reception. Did you guys hear me answer the questions? I think some of them I answered like 2 or 3 times. So, привет, Никит. Я сегодня заниматься не буду. У меня сегодня выходной. Завтра утром я буду заниматься в 8 часов утра по техасскому времени. Для вас это хорошо, если ты в России находишься, для вас это хорошо, потому что вы сможете включить прямой эфир и смотреть меня, и у вас не будет 3 часа ночи, у вас будет вечер. So the number next to the crown is how much you interacted during this stream. It has nothing to do with your previous streams. My PR in dips right now, I am at 40 dips and push-ups, I believe, based on my previous 8 вечера, по-моему, у меня будет. Да, наверное, да, тебе надо посмотреть. Техасское время переведи на свою зону. У нас, кажется, -6 часовой пояс. ¿Qué vas a hacer para 4 de julio? Voy a pasar tiempo con mis amigos en la otra ciudad. Focus on the road. I'm not driving, I'm passenger. I'm not behind the wheel.
Passenger princess.
He's so surprised that I answered in Spanish. Sí, puedo hablar un poco de español. Gracias. You thought I didn't understand anything? OS? ¿Tienes más preguntas para mí? The camera is backwards because I'm using the selfie. The selfie gives you a mirror image. My eyes are backwards. Dude, this is my right eye, but for you it shows up as my left eye. Энергетики стараюсь не пить. Red Bull я вообще не пью. Иногда я пью Monster время от времени. Но стараюсь его не пить, потому что они не полезные. На данный момент я просто пью кактусовую воду. Prickly pear cactus water is what I'm drinking right now. It's not energy. I learned Spanish here. Aprendiendo un poco en mi escuela por 3 años y después un poco más en mi trabajo con mis trabajadores porque solo hablan en español. Tengo que hablar con ellos en su idioma. Я не из-за сахара стараюсь не пить, не из-за сахара стараюсь не пить, а из-за кофеина и таврина и всего остального там. When to increase the reps for grease the groove. So this is supposed to happen naturally. The way you know that you're ready to increase your reps is if you, so say you're doing 20 reps of pull-ups day in, day out. And now you've reached 20 and you feel like you can do more without getting like a really like going to failure. So the whole thing of Grease the Groove is you're always going to 80% of your total output. So if you feel like you're 20 reps, 20 reps, 20 reps, and you've been doing that for the last month every day, at some point you're gonna try to do 22, and 22 won't feel like it's tiring you out, and you're not going to failure. And if you feel that way, then 22 becomes your new rep max. So you just have to do it until you feel like you feel like you can do more without tiring your muscles out completely or like going to failure. But it's something it's not time based, it's based on your muscles and how quickly they adapt. So it depends differently for different people. What's up, AJ? Do you ever do hard push-ups? If by hard push-ups you're talking about the hand placement where you put your hands together, we used to call them diamond push-ups because it looks like you're making a diamond with your hands. Diamond push-ups, I don't do them very often. I used to like them a lot. I have a video where I do 80 diamond push-ups on my YouTube channel if you want to Google it. But yeah, diamond push-ups are really cool. Спасибо, Никит. I do like them and recommend them. I don't know why. Right now my goal is to get to 100 to 120 regular push-ups in one set, so I'm not really training all the other ones. Once we get to our minimum strength base name, then it's gonna be easy. The dog's name is Brody.
And Bella.
There's another one sleeping, and her name is Bella. Matthew's Lot tutorial is the best. Thank you. Is Matthew's Lot the guy that did like 1,000 push-ups nonstop? That Ignal C, I believe, sent me a video of his. He went like for so long. Yeah, Brody, but no you, Nikita. Буквы ю нету. 205 dips. That's a lot of dips. I think the school record in my high school was, I believe, 180. 180 or 210 by my friend, what's his name now? I don't remember. It wasn't Mark. It might have been Mark. I forgot his name, but yeah, he did a lot. I've visited Florida before, Oz. Not recently, but I have. Oh, 205 kilo dip world record. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yes, it is.
Why would they do that?
Yeah. Terrible driving.
Excuse me.
Спасибо, Никит. Доброго дня тебе на работе. Удачи. Also, guys, another thing I learned is when we did a stretch day and we were doing stretches. Although stretches under tension is not bad, the way that I did it, I've done more research afterwards. There's a stretching method. I believe, if I'm not recalling this wrongly, it's called PNR. P as in Peter, N as in Nancy, R as in Rainbow. PNR. It's extremely effective. I highly recommend looking it up to increase your flexibility, especially if you're trying to get to Joshua's level. And we saw him do like straight up splits, all kinds of stuff yesterday. PNF. Okay, Muscle Man got it. It's PNF, I'm sorry. PNF, not PNR. PNF stretching. I have tried that for a little bit. and it was extremely effective. I was able to increase my flexibility in my hamstrings quite significantly over even a period of 20 minutes of attempts, which I did just for fun, just to see how it works. But basically, I highly recommend looking it up because it's difficult to explain without a demonstration. But essentially, you flex the muscle that you're trying to stretch. You have periods where you stretch it, then you do isolation flexing of the muscle in the opposite direction, then you do stretching, then you again do isolated muscle flexing in the opposite direction, and you do this interval back and forth, and you start seeing, if you're doing splits or whatever, you start seeing immediately as you start going lower and lower and lower over a period of like 20-30 minutes. An extremely effective exercise for stretching and flexibility. PNF, highly recommend looking into that and using that for your stretches. I was too ignorant on the topic to do it properly the last time. We did stretching a couple times. Proprioceptive neuromuscular facilitation is the long form of what PNF stands for. Oh, nice. I'm glad that that tutorial helped you achieve 1 arm pull-up in less than 40 days. That's awesome. You want to be a video camera person? They're asking.
Me?
Yeah.
Right now?
Yeah.
I'm not wearing any makeup.
They asked if I could really reveal the camera person.
Why I'm driving.
You mentioned you started doing bodyweight because of your uncle. Does he still work out? If not, until what age did he work out? I don't know. I haven't been in touch with him for at least 8 months. 8 years. 6 to 8 years. So I have no idea what he's up to or what he's doing. It's been a long time since I've last seen him or talked to him. Don't know if he's working out. That dog is not relaxed, Nick. That dog is super anxious. He's like
chilling.
He's like making sounds, like the squeaking sounds that he wants to get out. He does not like driving. Yeah, so the shirts are gonna be coming out. If any of you guys ever want to support me, you can. There's a join button here for like a monthly subscription. Waylon subscribe to it. Barb and SB are the 3 most common visitors that are on there. But that's something you can subscribe to. And then the second tier, it's so the first tier I think is $2.99. The second tier is $9.99, I believe. And that one, with that tier, I think after 3 months you get a free shirt mailed to you. That's going to be one of the perks of the second membership. And then if I have several shirts, like every 3 months you would get like a new shirt with a new what's it called?
Design.
With a new design on it. Yeah. So you guys are all real fans too, but I'm still working on the shirt stuff. I have a vinyl cutter machine that I can use at home for making shirts. I just haven't had time to set it up and figure out how to use it yet. But that is something I'm gonna set up and make sure that everybody gets the opportunity to have one, because I'm definitely gonna wear them once I make them. Wear them proud. Nah, my other shirt designs were really cool. I'm a big fan of my original shirts. In the 10 years that you took off, did you still do a little body weight stuff here and there, or you stopped 100%? I worked in construction, Oz, so I still did physical exertion exercises, or like physically demanding movements, but I didn't actually do push-ups, pull-ups. And if I did, it would be like once a month or twice a month, where I'd be at a park somewhere and I'm like, oh, let me do a set of pull-ups, and I just do a set of pull-ups and then I forget about it. I didn't do even that's an exaggeration, maybe once every 2 months, something like that. But yeah, I completely stopped. Like, by my standards, I completely stopped. I didn't do anything. I mean, it's a bit less than 10 years. I keep saying 10 years because I'm just rounding it off. It's probably closer to like 8 to 9 years that I haven't done anything. Not actually 10. I just keep saying 10 to round off when I did it consistently. Because 10 years ago is when I got married. When I got married, I completely stopped working out. And when I did work out, it was like once a week, twice a week at the most, but usually once a week. And I don't consider that consistent working out, so that's why I keep saying 10. But yeah, I haven't done anything. So like this coming back and getting the strength back and everything, it's been tough, but also I'm extremely impressed with how quickly everything's coming back, and it's very, very optimistic about it. My lower back's been hurting from those pistol squats, surprisingly. For the day after I did them, it hurt, and today my lower back's in even more pain from all those pistol squats, because you gotta lean over every pistol squat to center your balance, and then on your when you're pushing up on the pistol squat, your back flexes in order to keep the balance. So I felt it there. My quads and everything is sore too, but I just did not expect my lower back to get hit that much. Also, all those of you guys who joined the Discord server and are posting in there your progress photos, your meals. Austin posted his meal yesterday and how many grams. He was getting 14 grams of protein for $1 from his steaks. And he did a full breakdown on the Discord server on the nutrition side. And then some other people are posting. Cheerio, share. Thank you for... He was able to get a triple clap push-up for the first time in his life after my short tutorial yesterday. And he posted a video of him doing the triple clap push-up, which was really cool to see. Triple clap, he attempted a Superman, but it's okay. At least he didn't face plant, so I'm sure he'll get it one day. And then he was able to do one arm push-up too, based on the little cheat codes I gave you guys on how to do them properly and easily. So that's cool. Thanks for participating and posting stuff in there. A lot of people are getting motivated with it. Feel free to join the community. It's free, of course, the Discord server. So the link's in the description. Hey Andre, right now my diet in the morning, I have my creatine with 20 grams of collagen protein that I buy at Costco. It's collagen peptides. It's basically 20 grams of protein that supports good joint health and all that stuff. So I have that in the morning, every morning, creatine with collagen. And then I bought at Costco these drinks. You've seen me drinking them a few times now. But these drinks that are I think they're called NutriBlend or something, Nutri something. They're chocolate with, hey SB, welcome back. I haven't seen you comment for a while, but glad to see you back. So the Nutri drinks that I buy at Costco, they're chocolate. They're pretty affordable, and they have 30 grams of protein each. So I just sip on those throughout the day to get my protein. And for my meal, it's always different, but it's either eggs, chicken, burger, or yogurt. Those are my 4 main sources of food and protein. So yesterday morning I had 4 eggs and 1 small half cup of chicken, which was 28 grams of protein from the chicken plus whatever the protein from the 4 eggs. And then for lunch, For lunch, I just had that drink, so I didn't actually have a full lunch. And then for dinner, I had a burger. Yeah, I had a regular burger. And then some other days, I have yogurt with some berries. I usually do plain yogurt and then just add blueberries and some syrup to it to give it some sweetness. And I eat that. But that pretty much covers all my meals. And for burgers, I usually don't make it myself, so I either go to In-N-Out for my burgers, or I grab a Chipotle bowl, which is basically rice, beans, and chicken. No worries, SB. Tomorrow our stream is going to be at 8 a.m. And the day after that, on Saturday, it's also going to be at 8 a.m. Texas time. Do you drink soda at all, Coke or Pepsi? No, I don't. Tom, but you keep making everything about smoking. I don't know what that's all about. But no, I don't drink any kind of soda. Occasional energy drink, especially if I'm traveling to Houston and I start falling asleep on the road, I usually grab an energy drink. I've tried to detox from energy drinks lately, so I've been drinking a lot less of them. I used to drink 1 or 2 a day, every day. So now I have like one once in a while, one once a week, one every other week right now. But yeah, I've switched over to drinking, the creatine is really sweet. I just crave sweet drinks. And so the creatine that I bought is watermelon taste, and that kind of, it what's the word when you're thirst? Satiates. Satiates is more like food related. There's another one that like for thirst. There's one for thirst. Quenches. Yeah. The creatine with the watermelon quenches my craving.
Oh, that sounds... The quenches my craving sounds weird.
Sounds what?
It sounded weird.
It quenches my craving for sweet drinks, so I'm good. And then the chocolate Nutri thing that I drink with 30 grams of protein in it is also sweet, so like it's enough for me not to crave or want energy drinks, so I'm good there. And then I also really like coconut water. And anytime I'm craving an energy drink, which actually was craving right now, so I stopped by and bought some coconut water, and it helps me get rid of that feeling of wanting something sweet in my mouth. So just straight up coconut water from HEB. And then the other one I was drinking before that was this wild prickly cactus pear. Sure, yeah, it's probably gonna be pretty early. This is a first time. I usually don't do streams this early. It's only because I'm staying over with my friends at a different house, and we're probably gonna have plans every evening, and my evenings are gonna be busy. That's why I want to get my stream out of the way in the morning and not have to worry about it in the evening, because it'll really mess up my plans for the evening. I've been eating tons of eggs, beef, chicken. I bought half a cow as well. Yeah, that'll keep your protein up for sure, Andre. Andre Rybikov, he's a friend of mine from high school, guys, actually. We went to high school together. Thanks for joining in on the stream. You joined like one of the most boring Q&A streams tomorrow morning after your live stream. Hey Ira, welcome back. Yeah, I'm driving through a bad area, so it's sorry about the stream breaking up on you guys. So Ira, today I'm not working out, but I am tomorrow 8 a.m. 8 a.m. So they're going to be morning workouts and streams. Time in a long time that I'm doing that in the mornings. Usually it's going to be always evenings as usual. Would you do push-ups or pull-ups every day, or rest days are a must? Sometimes I want to do push-ups every day, but I don't know if I'm going to do more harm than good. Yeah, OS, I did pull-ups 3 days in a row, and I set a new PR every day. It's fine to do that if you're doing a few sets. If you're going for 12 sets to failure, like I've been doing, then you simply won't have the mental or physical capacity to do them every day. Well, okay, I'm not gonna be I'm not gonna be that insulting. You might have the mental capacity, but I don't think you'll have the physical capacity failure every day, especially if you're not taking steroids or testosterone. Your muscles will simply not be able to recover quick enough to be able to do that. Yeah, if you're only doing a few sets, you can totally do them daily, especially if you're in the high rep range. And especially, so you should be completely good. Spanish is not allowed. Since when?
¿Desde cuándo?
Desde cuándo? Castilla. Oh, Castilla is
Is it castle in Spanish?
What's Castellano? Is that related to? Or is that just not? Is it same root? Sorry guys, bad reception. Are we back? Hey, welcome back to Shara. We're back also. Oh, all I said was no beefing in the chat when it went off. But I am really, really looking forward to the 6-month point, I think. Sorry guys, I literally am going through the worst. Catching up on all the comp. Anyway, what I was saying is I think by the 6-month mark, though I kept saying it's going to take me a year to get back to my previous strength, I still think it's probably going to take me a year to get my previous strength, but I think we're going to get to all of our pull-ups, muscle-ups, push-ups levels probably by the 6-month mark. If I'm able to reach my actual fitness level in 6 months, that would be absolutely unbelievable, including planche and everything else. I guess it's somewhat possible, and I think possible if my muscle memory kicks in and whatever, and like it actually works. That would be really, really cool. I still think 1 year, but I think by the 6-month mark, I'm going to be way further ahead, I imagine. So I'm really looking forward to that.
You didn't see the huge antlers on those deer?
No, I didn't see them.
They're like for hunting. They're like massive. They're like a special.
But I'm going to be wrapping up the stream so it doesn't turn off again. If you guys can see me now. I am in a bad reception area, but I will see you tomorrow at 8 a.m. I'm going to schedule the new stream right now, so you can, there's going to be a countdown, so you're going to be able to do the math and see what time it's going to turn on for you, depending what time zone you're in. So we're going to give it a shot for two days. We'll do morning streams. And we're gonna, next week, we're going back to normal 7 p.m. evening streams. Thank you, Cher. If you guys have any other questions or want to discuss various different specific training routines, feel free to join the Discord. and we can talk about it in the Discord. And then once I have the shirts, I'll announce it here as well. Again, if any of you guys want to follow the other content that's not fitness related, follow the My Fortress channel. I'll be posting more there. And yeah, I think we're gonna be good to go here. And in 6 months, it's gonna get really fun because my strength is gonna be back. We could do all kinds of challenges. We can challenge other YouTubers. We could do more collabs. When I could do planche push-ups and all this other fun stuff. So Muscle Man back at it with his ridiculous questions. Or I could do 10 more minutes if anybody else has any questions. But if not, we'll wrap it up here. Paul's trying to stay on topic. You know, we're over here in La La Land. Tamba and Muscle Man are just talking about nonsense the whole time. I did want to mention something that was brought up. We're just driving to a different city against the grain, still in Texas. We're not out of state or anything, still here.
Ostrich.
Going out for a 4th of July. What was it?
It looked like almost like a little ostrich. It was like
An ostrich.
a mini.
They do have emus here.
Okay. I think this is like a hunting
Emus. I've seen those.
best steak jerky in Texas. It's from those antlered deers.
Yeah, Fitness FAQ is in Australia though. And Ian Barzigel, he's not Russian. I believe he's either Moldovan or Romanian. He might be Romanian or Moldovan, but he's all the way over there in the Slavic countries. He's not in the United States. So that kind of makes it complicated. But I might. Ian Barzigel is really strong, and I actually am subscribed to him on Instagram too. I like watching his stuff. He's really nice. I'd probably have a better chance collabing with Hannibal for King before I can collab with them. I don't know about Chris Ria. I'm pretty sure Chris Ria is like super busy, but I can probably get in touch with some of the older Bar brothers and see if they're going to be willing to come back and do a collaboration video together, even though they haven't been online in a long time. If I can trace them down and contact them somehow, or even take a trip down to New York to the famous Bar Stars workout park, I'm sure I'm going to come across some of them just hanging out over there, and we could do some kind of collaboration. It'd be really fun. But yeah, 6 months down the line to 1 year down the line, when I'm actually in my peak shape, like surpass my previous levels, those kind of stuff, those kind of collaborations, and everything is going to be super fun to do. At that point, we can even start hosting tournaments and stuff, maybe even paid tournaments like Chris Ria is doing right now. He's doing paid, like actual huge get-togethers, tournaments. There's bodyweight calisthenics gyms in Houston, and I haven't searched in Austin, but I'm pretty sure there's like a Ninja Warrior training course in Austin as well, which is essentially the same thing as just calisthenics, because everything's bodyweight over there too. So I would definitely want to get involved in all that. There's a lot of ideas and things we can do. So we'll see how all those things develop. But first we need to get in shape. We need to get in shape, our peak shape, and then all those things will become very real. Yeah, Waylon, just keep it up. What's a good safe way to build calluses? I have no idea. I've heard, I haven't tried this, but I've heard the medicine that they use for dog paws if you put it on your skin, it thickens your skin. So if you have problem with callus, like my skin is pretty thick already because I work in the trades and I've been doing pull-ups with you guys for a while, and bubble formed or anything under my skin because it's already like somewhat calloused and thick, so it doesn't have issues. But I've dog paw medicine. If used on humans, it thickens your skin. If you want to give it a try, Google it, look into it. That might help with the callus situation. But I've never tried it. I haven't deeply looked into it. I just heard some people tell me that it's very good and they use it. So. What is one tip you'd give your younger self about bodybuilding and about growing up in general hard times? Sid, I've heard emus, Shivam emus are a type of ostrich. They're like smaller and brown. What is one tip you'd give your younger self about bodybuilding and about growing up in general hard times? I've heard this question phrased differently, Sid. I've heard it phrased, if you can go me. I was so impressed with the way he asked it. I was like, I've never heard it phrased this way. But he framed it in such a way that there was like some kind of the parameters he set for the answer to that question were very ingenious and like original, but I don't remember it now, but I'll answer. Okay, I'm back. Two things I would tell myself. First is regarding bodybuilding, I would not give myself any advice. I think what I did was great. I think what I achieved. I'm happy about. I wouldn't change anything about it. That was one of the things I did right. One thing I would tell myself if I could go back 10 years is move out of my parents' house and don't get married. That was like one of the worst mistakes I did. Not only I moved out from my parents' house together with my wife. Like I literally went from living with my parents to living with a new person, pregnant with a baby. Absolutely terrible thing to do. Like you need to first live on your own, learn who you